Well, I think it's the hope side of it. You hope that the big media, the big social media companies are going to listen and take note. I think the more noise that we try and make together and send a message that we're going to keep pushing for change. That's the hope that at one day the penny will drop and people will start taking this serious and help make things better.
It's almost 2 months since you won the league. It's an exceptional set of circumstances. What challenges, unique challenges, has that brought you on a week-to-week basis, and in particular for this weekend's type of game?
I think unique's the right word. Obviously, it is an early stage to win the title. And the challenge from there is to try and keep the players motivated all the way till the end. I think the good thing from our point of view is there's still some things that we want to try and achieve as a group. We want to try and set the clean sheet record if we can. We want to try and remain unbeaten. We've got a big game to look forward to this weekend. So from my personal point of view, I want to try and keep the players as motivated as I can to try and finish the season as strong as we can. But it is a unique situation because to win the league was it 7th of March or virtually win on the 7th or 8th of March that weekend. It is unique because it is early, and naturally there will be certain players that just come away from where they were previous to that because everyone was in such a zone and so focused to try and get the club over the line because what we were trying to achieve was so important.
Is this the size of the game, in fact an Old Firm game, does that give the players the ideal opportunity to maybe get the disappointment last week out of their system?
I think an All Firm always helps in terms of getting the players ready and motivated and in the zone. I think all the players are aware how important the fixture is. It doesn't matter when they fall or what's at stake. At the end of the day, it's three points. We want to try and finish with as many points as we can. As I say, we want to try and go for the whole season unbeaten, and you always want to beat your local rivals. So the importance of the game goes without saying, but as you say, on the back of a setback in midweek, which was one that stung a lot. So yeah, ideally we can bounce back in a good way at the weekend.
Stephen, have you had to pick the players up, pick yourself up at all after the disappointment last Sunday?
I think that's the nature of the game and the beast. Football is a journey of highs and lows. The highs take you to incredible places, and the lows are always tough. And that's the challenge: is to bounce back as quick as you can in the best way you can. I'm in a good place. I'm looking forward to the weekend. That doesn't mean that going out against St Johnstone still doesn't linger and hurt. Of course it does. We're human beings. And I'm sure the players are feeling the same, but the best way to make yourself feel better is to react and respond and try and get a positive result as quick as you can. And the next game is a big one for us, so I'm sure if we can get the right result in this fixture, we'll be feeling a lot better about ourselves.
A couple of names have been bandied about this week. Fashion Sakala and Joey Veerman. Are you able to tell us if you've got any interest in those two guys?
There was a couple of names the week before. I'm sure you'll have two different names for me next week. If there's anything to say in terms of ins and outs, I'll be the first person to tell you. We're tracking certain individuals to try and make the group stronger when the window opens, and when there's something to say on that, I'll give you that news. So I don't think it's the right time to mention individual names or targets that we're looking at. I don't think that's right.
Stephen, you've talked before about this fixture and how the mentality has changed and how you guys now know you're going in, that you can win this. The record this season has been great against Celtic. What does that do for you as a manager, knowing that now going into this game as champions, the 5th meeting of the season, unbeaten, that there is a totally different mentality from when you first came in as manager?
Look, I think for me it's always about the players, and I've said it on numerous occasions when we first arrived. Going in against Celtic was really tough because there was a lot of damage that had been done previously in terms of confidence, and going into the early Old Firms, it was really tough to make the players believe. But obviously all the battles and the games that we've played, we've had some real good results, especially of late. and that helps in terms of confidence and belief going into the fixture. That doesn't mean it's going to be any easier, because Celtic have got good players and they're a good team, and it's always a tough challenge. The games have always been close, and big moments normally decide them either way. But it does feel different now. I do feel now I've got a group of players that believe that when we're at our best, or we put in a real good performance, we can match anyone, especially at Ibrox. So it's a much better place to be in.
Stephen, obviously the league is your priority each season, but I wonder how much work you feel still needs to be done for you to start getting a consistency so you can deliver on the cup fronts.
Well, look, I think the cup situation's not sitting too well with me right now. I think it's still a little bit raw from St Johnstone, so it's something that motivates me, and I want to challenge everyone else to put that right moving forward. I think as a club we're always looking to improve, Raman. When the window's open, as I say, recruitment never stops. We're always looking for targets to try and help the group, support the group, for us to be stronger and better equipped. But look, if I was sitting here now as the League Cup champion and looking forward to a Scottish Cup semi-final, but we were miles behind in the league, this season would be a massive failure. So, you know, the remit this season, the main focus was the league. That doesn't say that we didn't want to go for everything, because we gave everything we could in terms of the European point of view, and I think that was really respectable performance from the players again. We fell short in the cups domestically. That's on all of us. We'll have to put that right moving forward, and we'll try and strengthen the group at the right time to give us a better shot at it next year.
Stephen, just following on from that, how much of your thoughts have turned to your prep for next season, that progress, your title defence, or do you wait until this one's done and dusted before you actually start to focus on that?
No, we never wait. We're always working in the background. We obviously coach the team on the training pitch, and that's the priority, is to prepare the team for game to game. But a lot of extra hours, a lot of extra work, you know, even at home. Even during international breaks, in the off-season, it never stops in terms of my dialogue with Ross and the scouts, the chief scouts, in terms of trying to identify areas of the team and individuals that might make us stronger and give us a better chance of being successful moving forward. The ball is always rolling in the background on that front, and a lot of work goes into that. So it's not a case of let's wait till the final whistle against Aberdeen and then, you know, start talking about the next window to get better. I think you could see with the arrival of Scott Wright and Jack Simpson, you know, we're always trying to be ahead of the game and on the front foot to try and get ahead of the game.
Stephen, just going back to the match itself, you called it a unique game. Obviously, you want to get those two targets of staying invincible and also keeping the new clean sheet record. Does that mean you approach the game differently to other Old Firm matches? And also any team news, as well?
So we won't have Phil Hollander, probably for the remainder of the season. Same goes for Scott Arfield. So we're a little bit light at centre-back and we're a little light in midfield. That's the team news from St Johnstone. We approach games always the same, or in a similar way. We want to be aggressive. We'll always try and aim to win the games. We won't be going into any game looking for draws or trying to scrape through to stay unbeaten. You know, we need to try and use what's left, and what is left is small targets to try and achieve. We want to try and keep as many clean sheets as we can, and we want to try and win the 3 games. You know, if we do, we can surpass 100 points, and there's small little targets that I want to set the team and challenges. So we'll go and try and win all the games that are remaining.